Hello and welcome to the University of Idaho Survey of Parenting Practice, or UISPP Training. My name is Chris Isaac and I will be guiding you through this presentation. The purpose of today's training is to help you become familiar with the UISPP tool. You'll also be learning how to implement the tool with families. Over the course of this presentation, we will be discussing the purpose of the UISPP. You will also learn about the background and use of the measure. I will discuss the 4 parenting practice constructs and how to administer the tool. Let's get started. When the tool was originally designed, it was meant to look at outcomes for programs using the Parents as Teachers curriculum. The UISPP will be used in first steps to help assess change in parenting behaviors and improvement in the parents' knowledge of child development over the course of their enrollment in the program. The version of the tool you will be using has been formatted to fit the purpose of assessing the overall services provided by First Steps. Once the tool has been completed by the parent, home visitors will be able to go over the results with their supervisors and determine which areas of parenting the families have shown improvement in and which areas they need more assistance with. This information can help inform the materials and activities you bring to your home visits. The questions on the UISPP are based around 4 parenting constructs. These constructs are like domains or areas of focus in parenting. The 4 areas include knowledge, ability, confidence, and action. For knowledge, we want to know how parents feel about their knowledge of child development and how that knowledge lays a groundwork for sound parenting practice. Ability describes how that knowledge can be translated in the parent's ability to apply concepts to the challenges of parenting. The next construct is confidence. Parenting during the early years presents many new tasks for parents to master. This describes how parents are able to master new tasks and build confidence while doing so. This later enables them to build off of their successes and move on from easy material to the more difficult. The last construct is action. When parents have a strong knowledge base and have the ability to apply that knowledge, it changes how they interact with their children. As you can see in this example, the base, or the foundation for these constructs, is knowledge. This is what helps set parents up to be able to master the other constructs. Parents are able to understand what typical behavior, brain growth, and development looks like, and they can apply this knowledge, which eventually leads to more confidence in their parenting ability. This leads to increasing their ability to identify their child's needs, respond effectively to their child, and keeping their child safe and healthy. Ultimately, parents will be able to engage in various activities with their children and make connections with other families, knowing that these actions lead to well-being. Now that you have some background information on the UISPP, let's look at the tool more closely. You'll notice on the first page, there's a space to put the parent's name and the date that you're completing the survey. Have the parents complete the survey by rating themselves in these areas at this point in time. There are 12 items listed below the instructions. On the back of the UISPP, you'll notice that the same 12 items are listed. However, in this case, you'll have parents think about how they would rate themselves when their child was 2 months old. At the bottom of the form, there's some additional data entry to be completed by the home visitor once they've returned to the office. Now that you know about the tool, let's talk about how to implement it. Home visitors will invite the parents to complete the UISPP when the child has turned 14 months old. The tool will be administered again when the child turns 26 months. Provide the tool in the language the family speaks along with a pen or pencil. If the parent has limited reading skills, you can talk with your supervisor about strategies to have the parent complete. This is an example of how you can introduce the tool to parents. Now that you've been in First Steps for about 1 year, we'd like to know more about the impact of our program on your family. Your participation is completely voluntary and confidential. Your responses will be combined with the responses of many other parents to tell us how the program is working for families. You will only need to have the survey completed by the primary caregiver. However, if there is another caregiver present who would like to complete the survey, you may have them complete their own. In this situation, please be sure that each caregiver completes their own survey. We do not want parents to collaborate and jointly complete one survey. You may also want to take note on the survey itself, indicating which one was completed by the primary caregiver for data entry purposes. It might be helpful to bring a clipboard or other item with hard surface and something to write with in the event the parent does not have these items readily available. For families that need assistance with the tool, you may offer to help them complete it. While introducing the UISPP to the parent, explain the following. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the format of this survey. You will mark the answers by filling in the numbered circles. Let's begin by filling in your name and today's date. On the first page, I would like you to think about what you know about parenting today. For each item, please respond by marking where you see yourself on this scale for each statement, with 0 being the lowest and 6 being the highest. When you've completed those items, turn the survey over. You'll see the same items are listed again. Think back to when your baby was 2 months old. This time, you'll be responding where you think you would have been on the scale when your baby was 2 months. If any question is unclear, you can ask me and I'd be happy to explain. Be sure to allow parents time to complete the survey and thank them for completing it when they are done. Offer them the option to complete the survey while you're there or to complete it by the next visit. Also, take some time to check in with the parent about the process of completing of the UISPP or to get feedback about the tool itself. Once the survey has been completed, you will bring it back to your office and enter the responses into CMEDS. Be sure to only enter the data for the mother or primary caregiver. If you have any questions about the UISPP, please refer to the CMEDS TA protocol on the last page of the data dictionary. This will conclude our training for today. Thank you.